Once you picture your dream product and what awaits for your startup in the horizon, it's then time to zoom back in and figure out your next step towards it. And if you're a dreamer, like most entrepreneurs are, that's easier said than done. Welcome, I am MyCTOfriend, Content Director and Co-Founder at MyCTOfriend, where founders come to learn how to build their tech startup. Our company has guided more than 200 startups in just the last few years, and today we're bringing that knowledge and experience directly to you. Today we're tackling vision versus action, and a perfect example to help us illustrate the gap between the two is good old Facebook, which, as you might or might not know, began as a basic Harvard University forum. As students used it more and more, other universities adopted it before becoming public. If you compare this and its ultimate functionalities to what Facebook is today, you wouldn't recognize it, right? If Zuckerberg had tried to pitch today's Facebook back then, it would have been a huge flop. No one would use it because no one would understand it. Try to explain the thousands of features Facebook has today to someone who's never heard of it. Tricky, right? So think of today's Facebook as an example for the vision. The thing that's a bit too complex, but the objective is clear in your head. That makes Facebook back then, when it was a university forum, the action, or the first actionable version of that vision. And it's always something super simple. In a startup, you're starting from scratch, basically zero. So your steps, especially the first one, will be tiny. But to define them, you have to dream big. What your product will do for others, all the crazy features it might have. That's your vision, not the first, second, or third step to take, but the destination, the goal to strive towards, a direction to follow. To define your vision, you have to be as specific as you can. How many customers, employees, followers will you have? Where will you live? Will you have a formal office or a remote management style startup? What will your annual turnover be? What will be a usually working day? Only once you have the vision can you define what steps you need to get there. So start small, always, like Facebook's basic Harvard forum, right? And then you have another step, including other universities. And another step, opening it up to the public. Each action getting you closer and closer to your vision. As a startup founder, your mantra should be think big, act small. Take the smallest achievable steps possible. Startups get stuck constantly for jumping the gun, raising funds when they're not ready, investing in software development when their idea hasn't been tested yet. Just don't fall into the same trap. Maybe this has been enough for you. Maybe what we've covered so far, you've already, covered the steps in your head, you're good to go, awesome. But if not, if you're still thinking in leaps and bounds, then picture this. Imagine your vision, your startup, 1 year from now, 6 months from now, and 3 months from now. Define achievable milestones for each of those visions with the resources that you have available right now. I would even go as far as to say with only 50% tops of your available resources. Your first try might not go as planned. You might need another shot at it. So to recap, here's how to define your next best action. Define the 3-month and 6-month visions. Define the 1-year vision. Split the 1-year vision into quarters with SMART milestones. So that's SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And last but not least, set up your action plan to meet the first milestone. And as you progress, continue to do the same for every milestone. If you enjoyed learning with us and want to see more, consider subscribing. Help us spread the word by hitting the like button and by sharing with your entrepreneur friends. If you have any questions or want to suggest a topic, feel free to comment down below, and you can also check out our website to learn more about our coaching program and how you can join.